I came home to find my then-wife on bed with the guy our neighbor was subletting to. I had gone on a 4-day work trip, but the 4th day was canceled, and I returned on the night of the 3rd day. There were immediate consequences to both my ex and the guy. I kicked her out of my house, and the neighbor kicked the guy out of his place. My ex was pissed at me for not informing her I was arriving early. I did. She never saw my messages because she was engaged in coitus with another man. Anyway, it was clear what needed to happen. So I filed for divorce and moved away. I was ordered to pay alimony, and it ended in September. So my income is all mine now. I heard my wife and the AP moved in together. Other than that, I didn't know what became of them. I went on several dates, but nothing came of them, so I'm currently single, but I'm fine with it. I travel frequently, and I'm advancing my career. I also put a down payment on a house last month, so all is well. Now my ex wants to reconnect. She sent me long messages on Facebook how the AP is a drunk and doesn't work. She's leaving him because she's discovered him hooking up with random women on a dating app. She asked for my address so she can pay me a visit, for old time's sake. Hell no. I blocked and pretended I never saw the messages, but I can't put it out of my mind. I was doing so well. I'd moved on. I had finally let go of that anger, the despair I felt for months after her betrayal. Now it's all back in torrents, and I've lost all my progress. Why won't this woman leave me alone? Maybe she's upset the alimony stopped. If he was jobless, then they were living off my alimony. She never worked a day in her life, so my guess is she's looking for another sucker to latch onto. How do I make it clear I won't be that sucker ever again? Edit. Okay, I'm going to take everyone's advice. I won't respond and keep blocking every new number she reaches me with. Y'all are right. There's nothing I will gain from replying to her. It'll only set me back and give her an illusion of power over me. Thanks, everyone, for the advice. Now for some comments. You did the right thing by blocking her. She clearly hasn't changed and is just looking for another meal ticket. The feelings of anger and despair are temporary and will pass, but remember how far you've come. You've built a new life for yourself, and you don't owe her anything. Stay strong and keep her blocked on all platforms. If she tries to reach out again, consider getting a cease and desist if it progresses to harassment. You've already moved on once, and you can keep moving forward. Stay focused on your career and your new home. It sucks she's trying to crawl back into your life, brother. People like that never change. She's only reaching out because her life has fallen apart. She's trying to manipulate you into taking her back in again now that the gravy train of your alimony has ended. You've moved on and built a better life for yourself. Don't let her ruin that. It might be helpful to talk to a therapist about the emotions you're experiencing. They can offer strategies to help you cope and maintain the progress you've made. Stay strong, keep her blocked, and don't let her negativity back into your life. Why do men on Reddit always assume the worst of women? Why are you so scared of having a conversation with your ex via text? She's not gonna bite you, OP. All my exes are friends with me, even the ones that ended badly. Maturity is growing up and realizing people will always have residual feelings even if they move on with other partners. And such feelings can lead to amazing friendships/situationships. Story 2. Need help coping with hatred and resentment. Warning, long post. I wish I could go no contact, but we have a 17-year-old and 13-year-old together. I, 45 male, discovered my wife's, 42 female, affair with a coworker in October. I suspected it for a long time and had accused her multiple times of an emotional affair. She always would dismiss it. She had left her Facebook Messenger open, and I discovered it was much more than that. We had been in a dead bedroom situation for months, with her pulling away from me every time I showed any affection. She always had issues dealing with stress. Any little thing would set her off, and she would take it out on me and the kids. So I always tried to keep the peace by doing all the housework myself, paying all the bills myself, and taking care of the kids. She came and went as she pleased and took me for granted. The more she pulled away from me, the harder I tried to make it work. When I discovered the affair evidence, I screenshot everything. Then I just walked out my door and kept walking. I barely remember it. I ended up about 2 miles away and then started getting text from her asking me where I was. I responded with all of the screenshots and said, now I finally know the truth. She gaslighted me. She tried to call. I didn't answer. She texted that they were just joking. They never did anything. Blah, blah. I then sent all of the info to her AP's fiance. She was friends with my wife as well, but not anymore. Within seconds, my wife found this out and immediately started texting me, blaming me for ruining her AP and fiance's relationship. She had no concern or remorse at all for me or for ruining our 18-year marriage. I was still walking. I kept walking and made it back home really late. Laid on the couch and didn't sleep at all. The next morning, she got up and ready like nothing happened and went to work with her AP. I retained a lawyer that day and filed under grounds of adultery. I had her served at work in front of everyone. It's a very small office. She became irate and continued to blame shift and gaslight me. After a couple days, we sat the kids down and told them. Well, I did all the talking. They took it amazingly well. In the following days, I got trickle truths, and she even said it was fun and felt good. Nice. A few days later, on my daughter's 17th birthday, my daughter was sick home from school. She stayed home alone. My wife came home around 2 p.m. and started yelling, screaming, and throwing things at my daughter, accusing her of skipping school. She knew she was homesick. My daughter feared for her life and texted me in panic. I left work and called 911 on my way home. The police got there before me, but my wife was already gone. They took my daughter's statements. The things she told my daughter were unimaginable. To say my daughter was devastated is an understatement. My soon-to-be ex-wife came home after her work and packed her things to stay with a family member. That's where she's been for a little over a month now. It's been wonderful not having her here. The kids are doing great. I got my daughter into therapy once a week, and that's going well. She's had zero contact with my soon-to-be ex-wife since those events on her birthday. My soon-to-be ex-wife filed a ridiculous counter for full custody, huge child support, me take all the marital debt, and she take half of what little assets we have. I can't sleep or eat just because of the hatred I have. I'm trying my best to take the high road and let her bury herself, but I can't focus on work or anything else. I am also seeing a therapist, which helps, but the hatred I have for her consumes me. I have every right to feel the way I do, but I don't want to continue like this. Update. Divorce finalized last week. It's been a long, hard road. Affair discovery last October led to me immediately filing, which led to the ex's true character showing. Gaslighting, blame shifting, verbal abuse, you name it, I endured it. So many times I felt hopeless and having no clue how I was going to get through it. It was breath by breath on some days. I made some mistakes during the process, but because of close family and because of this community, I was able to stay level-headed and make good decisions. Stayed calm and in control. The ex made all kinds of threats about taking me for everything I have after I filed. The moment I chose not to listen to her BS anymore was the moment I gained control. Focused on me. It said a lot here, but hit the gym. Eat right, and get rest. I had plenty of moments of not wanting to get out of bed, but made the hard decision at times to just make myself do it. Focus on the kids. I did not tell them the reason we were divorcing. As much as I hated their mother for what she did, she is their mother. Even with them seeing her go off the deep end and yelling and doing crazy shit in the process. Someone has to set the example on how to behave. They saw for themselves. Treasured friends and family. I had connected back with those I hadn't been close with, and it was a bonus blessing in this process. I had to borrow money from my family, sell stuff, and get loans from my lawyer, but it was worth every penny. I got full custody of the kids. I'm keeping the house, and I'm not paying her a dime. We settled through mediation. We were in separate rooms, and the mediator saw right through her BS immediately. The relief I felt leaving that office was indescribable. It was hard on me carrying around the hate I had for her, which I had every right to feel, but that's not me. I'm seeing now that I can finally let it go and truly heal and move on. For those thinking about divorce, beginning stages, or in the thick of it, I truly hope you take care of yourself and know that if you're going through hell, just keep on moving. I can't thank this community enough, and especially those here that saw me through each step of the way. Thank you. Final update. Just wanted to share my good news and happiness. The folks in this sub, along with others, have helped me through some tough times, and it's much appreciated. I've fallen in love with the woman I've been dating, and she's in love with me. We were both so scared at the beginning because we were both fresh off divorces. Scared it was a rebound, scared we would get hurt, and scared we would hurt each other. But now those fearful feelings are gone and replaced with love and happiness. Sounds corny, but maybe I can't describe how much we connect. We both know from our past experiences what we don't want and what we want out of a relationship, and it fits perfectly. We talk at length about lessons learned in our past lives so that we make the most out of what we have. For those that are looking for something or in the beginning stages of something, don't let fear stand in the way. This life is short, and every moment needs to be enjoyed to the fullest. My only regret is that I've spent too much energy worrying and in fear of getting hurt when I could have just enjoyed every moment even more. Most people here have been divorced and went through terrible times, so use that experience to make the most out of what comes next. I'm so glad everything worked out for you in the end. Going forward, maintain your positivity. Focus on your kids, and I believe you're already doing a great job with this, but avoid criticizing their mother. She's still their mother, and doing so would garner misplaced sympathy towards her from your kids. Also, proceed cautiously if you're considering getting serious in this relationship. Healing takes time, and remember to put your children before everything and everyone else going forward. Good luck, OP. Now for some comments. I'm sitting here with the biggest shit-eating grin right now. Thanks for such a positive, uplifting, and encouraging post, and congratulations on meeting that person. The person we're all here seeking in whatever way would be right for us. You did it. Well, I hope you and her the best. I'm not in your position and honestly don't want to be, but seeing as someone found what makes them happy is worth everything in my humble opinion. And life being as short as it is, that's enough in my book. Be well and enjoy your newfound love.